Welcome back in with King family to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for our Mexico and France boost guide video. Alright, so it seems like we haven't got the inbox message as yet to give us the tracks, but luckily for me, I have them all written down so I can go over them from the book that I have them written down in. So we're just going to jump on into the boost menu here. Remember to smash the like button. Let's see if we can get some likes on this video. And we're going to be starting off with qualifying. All right, so first race is going to be Azerbaijan. And for Azerbaijan, you want to go with corners and speed. That's Baku with that long straight. So boost like the fireworks with a 5 speed. Works pretty well there. Or if you want to go for mainly corners, then a boost like the odd here with 3 corners, it gives you 5 pit time. Would be a super boost for you there. Will allow you to get the jump in the pits on your rival and so on. The skull is a pretty good boost as well for that track. So corner and speed is what you want for Azerbaijan. Then we get Miami with a 9% chance of rain. It's going to be interesting if Miami rains or if it's going to be bipolar weather. That would be interesting to see. However, it is corner and speed if it's wet or dry at Miami. Alright, so Miami is kind of a classification as the United Kingdom, where it's corner and speed if it's wet or if it's dry. Alright, the next track up is going to be the USA. And for the USA, we see 63% chance of rain for the USA. And we see speed and grip playing the major factor at the USA. So a boost like the exception. If it's wet, it's going to be speed and corners. So the exception would be good if it's wet. However, if it's dry, the fireworks again will do a great job. The dead fast will do a great job there. And boost like the Nazar that gives you 4 grip will be a great boost to use for your USA race. All right, next track up is going to be the United Kingdom, and for the United Kingdom, it's going to be corners and speed. So a boost that gives you a high amount of speed, like the Vice here, will be a good boost for the United Kingdom. Then you could come again and go for something that gives you a good amount of grip. Once again, like the Nazar, that would be good for the United Kingdom. It also throws in a little bit of tire management in there, which is really nice. So all the speed boosts, lumberjack, those kind of boosts, you can be used at the United Kingdom. And all the corner boosts, Taurus is a corner boost because it gives you corners. Can be used at the United Kingdom. The Prince, if it's not going to be a wet one, so you don't want to use your wet boost on dry races unless you don't have any more to use, then you could go for it. But yeah, corners and speed. So that kind of round off the qualifying round. Now we're going to be jumping into the opening round races and the final round. All right, so opening and final round, we see Australia starting it off with a 36% chance of rain. That might be a bipolar race there. However, if it's dry, we see corners and grip playing a huge factor. So the Jin boost here and the Kawhi boost down here would give you the best run for your corners and grip attributes. And if it's wet, then it's going to be speed and corners. So that's when you want to branch out now in wetness boost that gives you speed and gives you corners. So the SAR boost here that gives you wetness and corners is good for Australia when it's wet. And the next boost is going to be the Prince boost here, corners, really good. The Tune boost, really good. The exception give you that speed with that wetness ability, really good. The Hex give you that speed with that wetness ability there, which is really good. So that's going to cover Australia. Next race up is going to be Singapore after Australia, and it's going to be corners and grip. So a boost like the downforce here gives you good corners and grip. If you want to go mainly corners or you want to go mainly grip, it's up to you, but it's back to the Jin that gives you both corners and grip. The odd boost here that gives you corners and grip and some pit time as well, which would be really good. and you could go Eagle, that gives you grip, and then you could come back Skull, that gives you a high amount of corners. So all boosts that gives you corners and grip is going to be good for Singapore. It's always great if you could throw a little bit of tire management in there. It gives your drivers a little more room to boost and so on. So always remember, if you can just select a boost with that main attribute that gives you a little bit of tire management, like the Taurus here, that's a really good boost to go for. All right. Next track after Singapore is going to be Austria, where you're going to go for the fastest lap. The driver that is going to be going for the fastest lap at Austria definitely needs to get the Vice if you want to go for the fastest lap. If you don't have the Vice, then you could go like the Eclipse, or you could go dead fast to help you to secure that fastest lap. And then you want to go with something with corners for your second driver, or you could go double speed with both drivers. If you're looking to push both of them up through the pack, you want to go with double speed boost with them on Austria, like the Lumberjack here, really good at Austria, and that should get the job done. All right, the Skull boost as well, really good at Austria as well. It loves to get the job done at Austria. All right, so you don't really need that much tire management for Austria. You could still go for it to give your drivers that little extra, but you really don't need it there. All right, after Austria, we're going to be seeing Canada coming up, and then we're going to be seeing Hungary, and then we're going to see Bahrain. Now, Canada, Hungary, and Bahrain, all three of those tracks require the same amount of boost, and it's going to be corners and grip for all three. So you can select your corners and grip. Now, here's the thing with Canada and Hungary. You don't really need tire management boost at Canada and Hungary. So you could go like Jin at Canada and Hungary, and you could go like Kauai at Canada and Hungary to push through those tracks. However, now Bahrain is where you want to switch in for corners and grip with that tire management. So you could come back and go like the Nazar at Bahrain. You could come back, you could go the Taurus at Bahrain, you could go Eagle at Bahrain, you could go Eternal Flame at Bahrain. So anywhere where you could get that little tires and the grip, there you go. Booster at Bahrain, you want to use those at Bahrain. The reason is because Bahrain laps are a bit shorter, are a bit longer than Canada and Hungary, so it requires a little more tire management for those tracks. All right, so the next track after Bahrain is going to be Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, and we're going to be seeing corners and speed being the main feature there. Mostly speed for Jeddah, so you want to go for fireworks, you want to go double speed for your Jeddah race, you want to go fireworks, you want to go dead fast, you want to go Eclipse, you want to go Vice. So out of those four boosts, those are the boosts that you want to mainly use for Jeddah and Miami in some sense. But if you want to switch it up, you could go Kauai. If you don't have these power boosts, then the Kauai will do good for you at Miami and Jeddah, especially Jeddah. And other boosts like the Lumberjack, the Gladiator with that speed would do really well for you at Miami. Not Miami, at Jeddah. All right, so any boost that gives you good speed will be doing good for you at Jeddah. All right, and the final track on the list we have is France, and France is going to be requiring corners and grip as the main feature. But France is one of those tracks where you could go corners and grip with speed. All right, so you could throw in a speed boost in France like the Lumberjack, and there's a few parts of the track that those boosts will get the overtakes done. You could go with the dead fast, you could go with the Vice, you could go with the Eclipse as well on France. And there are certain parts of France that those boosts are going to be getting the jump on. However, just remember that France eats at your tires. So any boost with tire management with those attributes would be a good boost for France. If you don't have any of those power boosts and you want to go the traditional route, then a boost like the Eagle will do good for you at France. So you could go Eagle with one driver, and then you could come back and go Taurus with the other driver, and those boosts should do the job, get the job done. Or you could go Street Shark, that gives you the tire management and some speed and then you could go back to Eagle, or you could go back to Taurus at France. All right, so that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully this one helps you guys to get some more points in your GP events. And that's basically going to be it for this one. Remember to smash that like button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, good guys. Bye. Shout out to Marco Pedrana, Vid Mantis, Alfredo Jr., and Touch My Dilly.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways.